Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, namaste. I come today with a little off subject. Um, you'll notice in the news that there seems to be a lot of things going on with genders, issues of genders, whatever. I'm trying to make this short, so I asked a long time ago, what is the story behind homosexuality? And it took a while for me to come to the conclusion of something that made a lot of sense through rabbit holes and dreams. Anyway, I got a picture painted, and what it showed me was I was on this road of death and reincarnation, and I was shown how it appeared that, like a reel of film, it would go along, and it appeared to be, 6 or 8 whatever you call that, pieces of film, maybe 10 or 12, I don't know, that were blue, and then it would run through, life and deaths, I assume were past lives, in yellow or pink, and I believe it was yellow. And so I saw how there was a pattern. It appeared that for a period of lifetimes, there was something about me that was different, and then for a period. So anyhow, I finally figured out that I, in the past, would go through 5, 10, 15, 20 lifetimes as a man, and then I would switch and go through a similar amount of times as a female. And I wondered, why would I do that? And apparently, after the second or third lifetime, or life, I should say, in the specific gender, the Akashic and DNA becomes comfortable with that gender. So there's no issues, the fact that we come in every time not knowing who we are and play the game, that's one thing. But when we switch over, or at least in my case, when I would switch, that's where the confusion would come in. Not knowing who I was and living as a female for the first time, I was very uncomfortable with my body and very uncomfortable with the opposite sex. And so it kind of came to me in the fact that the two colors of film for a short period appeared to be the same color, but neither or. So knowing who I am and the fact that I know I'm not male or female as the immortal spiritual being that I am and all of you are, basically, that was another puzzle piece that made sense. So in many rabbit holes, many different questions I asked, to make the long story short, as old souls, starseeds, light workers, people that have incarnated many times on this plane or realm, Earth, Gaia, we tend to stick for several lifetimes in one or the other gender. But when we switch, we come in, all of us. I am not ashamed at all to say that I do remember being gay in other lifetimes. And now that if you just think for a minute, reincarnation might be real, you might have been here longer than you think, and that you tend to stay in one gender or the other so that the next incarnate is more comfortable, less an issue. Well, with that in mind, that is my knowledge. That is my belief. I don't expect anyone else to believe exactly what I believe, because that's impossible. But think of the concept, understand that it might not be physical or sexual abuse that causes somebody to hate their own sex or choose whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's just think and pretend that maybe people who are confused to say, why am I a male? I hate my body, blah, blah, blah. Well, the truth is every one of us decided the body gender we're in right now. And some of us decided and knew there would be this confusion. And unfortunately, there's some fear and some separation. So I would say the controllers have taken advantage of a situation that's absolutely normal spiritually and turned it into a battle to really separate us in another way, to create fear, to create hate, to create misunderstanding. That's their game. So anyway, I'm gonna end this with just the concept that maybe the transition that might take place during reincarnations does create a confusion that is absolutely not a big deal, especially if you could just understand this as a possible truth. It's like, whoa, dude, you're back again. Oh, I see you're a chick now. Sorry. Anyway, one of my beliefs, we live in a time where people are waking up. They're going to discover who they've been in the past lives and eventually who they really are. And I don't believe that the gender issue needs to be something that we fight about. And I'm hoping this information will make sense to one of you. And, maybe that'll help two more people or whatever. The point is that if you haven't considered that possibility, I want you to consider it, because to my understanding, we have all gone through it. And if you're not going through it now, great. You're here for another reason. Anyway, I don't know. I believe it's Friday. I don't know time anymore. I just wait for the next subject to come up, and I kind of get tired of being pushed to turn this recorder on, because, I kind of know I suck. But hopefully this message comes and helps somebody. Other than that, there will be lots of snowballs, lots of information. Depending on where you get your information right now, you can find the truth anywhere you look. You can even find the truth in the lies of mainstream media. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. God bless. Namaste.